Welcome to Pagan Crafting. I'm your host, Kara. Today we're going to make Yule Odin Ornaments, a little bit of crafting with nature. For you Viking pagans out there, here's a little something to honor the great Odin, a little unique decoration for your Yule tree this year. Stick around with me today. Let's have some fun and let's rock some pagan crafting. So the supplies that we are going to need today are 2 colors of felt, gray and black, cotton balls, 2 types of beads, small beads, scissors, a Sharpie, hot glue, twine, craft glue, and a glue gun. So starting off with the gray felt, what we're going to do is we're going to trace out some circles. I have a circle maker here, but you could use whatever you like. You can use the bottom of a bowl, a jar, whatever you dig. I'm going to make 3 of them today. So we're going to cut out a few pieces here. You can use your Sharpie for this, it's easier to cut out. Now, after drawing these out, we're just going to cut out the circles, but oh yeah, this one is about 1.5 inches wide and the other one is approximately 3 inches wide, just a touch under to give you an idea there. And just laying them out. Ta-da! Magic is a YouTube land. I love Magic is a YouTube land. Makes things a lot easier and faster. Now we're going to cut out a little eye patch. Now this first eye patch wasn't long enough, so I'm going to make the next ones just a little bit longer. I'll show you how to do that here. You want to cut about a 1/2 inch strip off. Almost an inch, but it's, I don't know, it looks like about a 1/2 inch. You want to cut a strip along, and then about the middle, what you're going to do is you're going to cut out the little patch part. And that's what we're going to wrap around the pine cone. There was a time when Odin wanted more wisdom, so he went to Mimir for some spring water in the well, but Mimir declined him of giving him any water unless Odin gave him his eye. Odin even offered all the gold in his kingdom in his right hand, but he declined. Surprisingly, Odin took out one of his eyes and gave it to Mimir for water. The trade made Odin was very happy for the water, but he also kind of threw himself on the spear in kind of a symbolic ritual suicide. He then hanged himself from the Tree of Life for 9 days and 9 nights in order to gain knowledge of the other worlds. pretty crazy stuff. Now I'm not exactly sure which eye he lost. So I did 2 Odins with a left eye and 2 Odins with the right eye lost kind of thing. So what we're gonna do, so I just wanted to appease him. I just did it both ways because in the history that I looked up, I could not find which eye he actually lost. It's some says it's right, some says it's left. So pick a side, it doesn't matter because there's no way to find out for sure at this moment in time. So we're gonna take those biggest circles and we're gonna cut them right in half. I'm gonna make 3 of them, so we're only gonna need 3 pieces. We'll just throw one away there. We'll keep that for another project. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make a cone. We're going to make a little cone out of the first piece. Hot glue is going to be using for this one, so it'll be nice and sturdy and cool down a little faster. I'm just going to run a small bead along the side. Don't need to use too much or else the felt can get kind of hard and crusty. So it's just a minimal amount, the smallest amount you could use. And that's going to go on top of the smaller circle. So that's our top and our base, and rinse and repeat for the rest of them. Try not to burn my fingers. Oh my gosh, I have the worst luck with hot glue, I swear. Alright, we got those 3 done. Now we are going to glue it on to the base. Super easy. Alright, now our next step is we're going to be folding it, and we're going to use along the back of the line. So if you want to find the back of the hat first, and we're just going to fold down his hat because he's not a gnome. He doesn't have a straight pointy hat. He had a hat that actually kind of frumped over, so you can place it however you wish. I like to fold it along the line that I made so it hides that. You will have to hold this down for 30 seconds to a minute. Just apply some pressure because it will pop back up. 1, 2, 3, ding. Okay, so now we're going to get some pine cones. I chose more kind of a longer, slender pine cone for his head versus a round one. I think I just had a little bit more room for the beard putting it on, something to glue on. Now choosing the front of the cone, some of it spaced out a little bit more, so what I was doing there, I was like, where is the best way to put this on? Because you have to think of gluing on the beads as well. So pick a face that's a little bit more condensed, the pieces of the seeds on the side. Now what I did here is I'm going to place down the eye patch first, and that'll help me kind of determine where the bead's going to go. Now I did put the hat on the cone in relation to the eye patch, and make sure I don't put the eye patch too high or too low. And that's why we made this eye patch so long, because the pine cones are a pretty big head. So you have that room to wrap it around. Now we're going to use craft glue, not hot glue, to glue down the beads, because this glue will dry transparent versus the hot glue. When you put that on, it's going to dry kind of a frosty coat, and you're going to see that underneath the bead, and it's going to not look as aesthetically pleasing. So a nice transparent craft glue, super inexpensive as well. think this project only cost me a couple bucks to make because the felt was like 60 cents a sheet and pine cones were free. Hot glue I had, so that, you know, a couple bucks for hot glue. Maybe a $5 craft to make a whole bunch of these actually, because I could have made a lot more of these with the sheets that I had. Alright, gluing on his little nose, got his eyeball on. Let's make some other ones. Again, putting on the hat first to see where the eye patch should go so I don't put it too high or too low. Trimming off the excess so he doesn't have like a ninja tie on the back. That'd be funny. Alright, a little bit of transparent glue for the eyeball, and I am using hot glue for the nose because I didn't know how well I really wanted that one to stick on. Again, we don't know which eye he lost for sure. Could have been the right one. But choose whichever side you would like. And a generous amount of glue to put on the hat because I really got to squish it down in there. Just sizing up what side to put it on. And I'm putting the hat front on the side. Oh, satisfying rolling out a cotton ball without it tearing. Oh, it's the best. Okay, so we're gonna grab some cotton balls. You wanna like roll it all out, and this is gonna be his beard and mustache. He's got a longer beard than Santa Claus, so don't be fooled. And give him a nice beard there. He likes a nice trim. So you can lay it out there, and you can shape his beard. It's very, very easy to cut. Now this one looks a little bit too pointed, so we're going to fluff that up a little bit here in a moment. I thought I put a little bit extra glue on there. And you want to squeeze it in too, so it creates a bit of a form on it when you put it on, and then the glue will lock that in. There we go, like that, so that it kind of forms like a bit of a lip, so you can where to put the mustache on. Just pulling off some excess pieces here for the mustache now. I tried craft glue at first, but it was really, really sticking. First I didn't want to go on the cotton ball, then it was like super sticking to it, so I also tried some hot glue. So either or, whichever you can struggle with that works, do it. But I found the craft glue was a little bit nicer to mold it, but it was harder to get on the cotton ball. Simple as that. Give him a little stash. Just kind of working it on there, working a little lip area. I have a little bit more time with the craft glue to maneuver that in place. There you have it. He's super cute. I shouldn't say that for a god. He's handsome, he's adorable, he's badass. Yes. And we're gonna repeat for the other ones. We should have enough in one cotton ball to make 2 more beards. There's one. There we go. Just pull it a little bit apart and then fluff it out because it doesn't need to be super, super sharp. Remember, he likes to walk and go through places, and you always see him hiking and walking and exploring and taking the dead to other realms. So, you know, sometimes your hair's getting a little wind blown when you're on field trips and missions. So it definitely doesn't have to be perfect. Give it a little trim here. And we need a mustache too for the other guy. And these, make as many as you want. Have some fun. You can even put them on your Yule presents as little decorations instead of bows. People may like that for their tree. You can put them on your tree. You can enjoy them all year round as well. And just pulling out a little bit of the beard at the bottom, roughing it up. So I don't want a pointy look. That's kind of a Santa Claus look, or too crisp. He's a little bit more wind-blown. I'm going to grab some twine here, 3 equal pieces. I'm just using jute twine here, and when I tie the knots, I'm trying to keep them as close to the ends as possible so I don't have any pieces sticking out. Simply apply some hot glue at the top, and we're good to go. That'll cool down super quick and be ready to hang. And I got 3 little Odins all in a row. And I want to add one more thing I didn't have in my supplies, but I saw this little twig sitting off to the side of my craft table, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's got a staff. This is perfect. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the side here, glue on the side of his hat and the base of his bottom of his head to secure that on. This is from a pine tree, so it's got some character. It's got some nice bumps and lumps on it. So I'm like, this is perfect. I needed a staff. My daughter was like, no, people are going to think it's Gandalf. I'm like, if people know Odin, they know Odin's got a staff. So I'm like, we're good. Yeah, I was stoked. I think it just finished it off quite nicely. So there we have it. We got our little Odins here. Throw me down a little like up, a little comment if you're gonna make these yourself, or if you've made a variation of these. Let me know. Maybe something you'd like to do. If you have some traditional or non-traditional pagan craft ideas, throw me down in the comments below or email me, and I would love to hear about it. Thank you again for chilling out with me today. It was so much fun hanging out with you. Take care and have a magical day.